Hello everyone, Simon from Gateshead Unison here. I'm hosting yet another Zoom meeting on a topical issue that affects you in the workplace. The subject that we're looking at today is the role of a mental wellbeing first aider. And with me to discuss this is Ian Black. How are you today, Ian?
I'm very good, thanks, Simon. And yourself?
I'm good, Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
So first question I've got for you, reintroduce us to what a mental wellbeing first aider does.
Okay. So really, a mental wellbeing first aider is somebody who provides informal, confidential, and initial support to anybody working within Gateshead Council who is experiencing a mental health problem, which affects their work really. Mental wellbeing first aiders are often the first point of contact, and they will listen, they will be compassionate, and help with signposting to other services. They provide reassurance and encourage self-help strategies, and will signpost to appropriate professional help to promote well-being. They're there to be non-judgmental. And they will also, on referral, I mean, it's important to say that referrals can be either made from the person themselves or from a manager or another person if they have that individual's permission. But first aiders can arrange a suitable meeting venue or means of having a chat, if appropriate. And if it turns out that mental wellbeing first aider is busy, they can then refer on to other mental wellbeing first aiders to arrange a meeting that's suitable for both parties. I think with reference to sort of the wider agenda with mental health, first aiders are sort of kind of instrumental in encouraging people to talk about the mental wellbeing whilst at work. And encourage that conversation, and and encourage the person to maybe explore ways in which they can open up about their current experiences and how they're feeling. So yeah.
I mean, like I said, we've got a good team working behind it already. Is it 14 people that are working on the team so
14 at the last count, Simon. Yeah.
Very good, and hopefully it'll be growing in the coming months as well. So yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah. What is your involvement with the mental wellbeing first aiders, Ian?
So I've been involved really from day one of the scheme. I was helped set up the scheme back in 2014. And although I guess it was only that was 6 years ago, there was a realization that if you had a physical health problem in Gateshead, something was wrong, you could contact a physical first aider. And the mental health was sometimes some way treated differently, and people were accessing all sorts of training, and the idea was let's put that to good use, and let's get it so that physical health and mental health are treated in pretty much the same way. With that, I think I also realized that stress, anxiety and depression continue, I mean, more so than ever now as well, but continue to be the leading cause of long-term sickness absence within the council. So something, an extra support mechanism. And Gateshead Council has some great schemes, and, a great occupational health team and some great guidelines and stress toolkits and risk assessments and things. But mental wellbeing first aiders could be like, could add to the value of that in providing support for people. So there is that. I mean, over the 6 years, I've been a first aider myself, and I've helped to recruit, support, and help provide training and deliver training for those first aiders. Some of the time when I was in public health, I spent a bit of time going across Gateshead in the northeast, and talking to other agencies and doing presentations about what we were doing in Gateshead, which was really good and quite eye-opening. So that's about it. And now there's a team of us within workforce development really who are looking again to sort of grow the mental wellbeing first aid scheme, and to continue to support that in many, many other different ways.
Yeah, I mean, it is vastly important, like you said. If you'd had a physical injury in the workplace, then it does require immediate attention. But mental health can seem to be like something that, oh well,
It,
we can put that on the back burner, but oftentimes that shouldn't be the case. So
yeah,
good that these are here.
Simon, absolutely.
Mhm. From when can the mental wellbeing first aiders be found in the workplace, and where? I mean, like I said, we've got 14, so
Yeah. Oh, so I mean, they're there now, to be available to support people now, and it's
yeah.
something we've kind of continued to do through the last 9 months. You know, when we've been working from home or in lockdown or whatever.
Mhm.
And like you say, more and more people are, becoming part of the scheme. Um, at the minute, there are on the council intranet, and through posters and things, we've got a list of phone numbers and email addresses of various people that are available now to support people.
Yeah.
I mean, we have first aiders in most areas, and I think one of our ideas is to increase first aiders so that we have first aiders covering most areas. Although that's not to say that, that if you work in one particular area that you have to go to that first aider in your area. You can approach anybody. That might be somebody you know or that you feel that you could trust. At the minute, we've got people working across libraries. These are just examples in libraries and adult social care, gated housing company, care call chief executives, and commissioning. Just as examples as well, but other areas are covered as well. But as I said, these people can be accessed now, really, with just a phone call away or an email away or whatever. So,
Brilliant.
is that okay?
Yeah, of course. The thing is, we're going to be rolling out who the mental wellbeing first aiders are through our social media pages as well, all 14 of them. So we're really looking forward to introducing them all to you.
That would be great.
Yeah, of course. What would you like to say to anybody going through a hard time at the moment, Ian?
Oh, crikey.
I know, put you on the spot with that one.
No, you have. No. I mean, I think, and again, I'll just start off by saying, Simon, on a wider level, there's been so much stigma about mental health in the past. But I mean, particularly at the minute, and over this last year, there's been that real recognition that the current situation has had a major impact on people's mental health and mental well-being. For various reasons, because of increased isolation, how the virus has affected people personally, and in the families as well, how it's affected people financially, how people have had to adapt to new ways of working. There's lots and lots of different ways, and again, mental well-being and mental health is an individual thing, isn't it? It's affected by our backgrounds, our families, the communities we live in, financial situation, and many, many other factors, that affect that, really. We need to be non-judgmental. And I think what I'd say to anybody going through a tough time is at the minute is, there is support out there for people. Sometimes the real difficult thing is knowing how and where to get that support, depending on areas as well. And that can be different, but there is support sort of out there. I would sort of encourage people to sort of try to reach out for social or professional support, to connect with people as much as possible, and as just to go back, there are a lot of organizations who can provide support. I mean, just as an example, and I'm not here to promote one particular organization, but Talking Therapies are doing an advertising campaign on the radio at the minute, encouraging people to get in touch or self-refer if they're feeling able to cope with feelings of anxiety and depression. And it's, things like that, are really good. I suppose as well, encourage people to be aware of the different ways there are ways that they can improve their physical health, and the standard things such as diet and sleep and exercise and avoiding excessive alcohol and drug use. I mean, that is that as well, and to be self-aware and to reflect on how they are feeling at the minute. Feelings and thoughts and things do change, and you know, as I say, with that right support, you know, it would be good. And you know, as I say, there is help there. Take the time to unwind and do things you enjoy as much as possible. Make
Especially
time
over Christmas.
well, especially over Christmas. But having said that, again, you know, Christmas is it can be a hard time for some people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a reflection on that as well. And but to be, you know, talking to people you trust about your concerns and about how you're feeling, you know, can be really beneficial. So yeah, I think that would be my advice generally, Simon.
Of course, lovely words. Thank you, Ian.
Okay.
We're going to be keeping you all updated with the latest developments with our mental wellbeing first aiders. Like I said, we're going to be introducing them to you through biographies on our social media pages moving forward. Until then, though, it's goodbye and a Merry Christmas from all of us at Gateshead Unison. Thanks.
Thank you.